What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Stocks Explode as crypto and the US dollar crashes. TGIF to you, happy 11/11. Please do me a huge favor. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and go find us over at trysmallbiz.com, where you can advertise your company for free, or for just $1, you can hire this motherfucker right here, and I'll promote your business all over the world. That's trysmallbiz.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I forget, if you need a micro loan as little as $500 to as high as $25,000 or more, make sure you watch our video on Monday when Gary at Approved Business Lending is going to share some information with us. As I'm talking to you right now, once again, we got stocks running. HellBiz is over 22 cents on heavy volume. Reports on Monday. I need everybody to listen to me carefully, because in today's video, I'm going to explain why I got out of DraftKings and Shopify with a 55% profit north of where we were on Monday before that CPI number. Why am I still going to hold ARK, which owns both of those stocks? What in the world is going to happen next week with HellBiz? And before this video is out, I'm going to explain in detail what the stock texting service is all about. So do me a favor, pull up a chair, grab a cup of coffee, ice cold beer, glass of wine, whiskey on a big rock, bottle of champagne. Here we go. All right, I'm asking everybody to please cut me some slack. I'm a bit amped up because A, I'm excited about what's going on in the stock market. We got a number of upgrades coming with respect to the website. There's a gentleman that has offered to build me a studio that's going to be amazing. A podcast is going to launch. Some of you are going to be guests on it in the first quarter of next year. I'm in the process of trying to stop rocking so much and settle down a bit so I can speak into a microphone. But cut me some slack, because I got a phone call that set me off about an hour and a half ago. If you're not aware of this, you can now call me at 866-2-SMALL-BIZ. That's 866-2-SMALL-BIZ. Any question you got, could be respect to the E-word, could be your website and how to set up your profile, could be a general question or specific with respect to the stock market, or some of you have called to just say, thank you very much for everything you've done. I cannot describe how much that means to me. Thank you very much. There's some amazing people that are on this community, and I can't wait for everyone to get together, not only online, but in person. But this guy calls me and he says, oh, yeah, I'm calling to see why you're getting out of Shopify. I thought you were going to hold that for a while. I said, who's this? He gave me his name. And I'm sitting there talking to him, as I do anyone that wants to call me. And I'm thinking, man, I don't recognize this name, this voice. I said, are you a member of the community? No, I follow you on Twitter. Let's get something straight right now. When this stock texting service launches, no one that's not a member of our community paying me $1 a day is going to get any fucking stock picks from me starting the 1st of next year. Because as many of you know, it's the freeloaders, it's the whiners, the complainers, the snowflakes that are along for the free ride that don't give a shit about you or even me with respect to making money. So if I didn't make myself clear enough, if you're not a premium member, whether you got a small business or not, paying this guy that you're looking at right now $1 a day, which is a fucking joke relative to the fact that we're up almost 14x now since March, you're not getting any stock picks. I am no longer going to be rambling with a bunch of idiots, and that's not everyone. Larry Poulin, guys like Ryan, who's owns Family Car Service. If you need a limo in South Florida, Family Car Service. Ryan, you know what I'm talking about. Those guys and gals. Tammy Murphy, realtor in California. She follows me on Twitter. She's making money in the stock market. But there's a bunch of idiots out there who are constantly trying to mooch off what we're trying to do for free. That's no longer going to be the case once we get into the first part of 2023. So one more time. If you want me texting you stock picks in real time, the kind of picks that are up 35%, as HellBiz is now trading at $22.30, you could have bought it at 16.5 cents on Monday. If you want the kind of money that we just made in DraftKings and Shopify, 55% up from where it was on Monday, then you're going to have to be a premium member. You're going to have to realize that $1 a day is a fucking screaming buy. It's a value like no other. And if you're already a member, and I'll explain this in an email that I'll send probably before Thanksgiving, You just log into your account, you look up top, and you'll see that red upgrade to premium button so that you can get in the game. All right. What is going on? We have a number, as I said, follow me on Twitter if you're not. Tremendous amount of tweeting, value that I add, both with respect to the economy, politics, and the market. We have a number of divergences. As I've been saying now for weeks, the Dow is way overbought. From the September 30 low, the Dow went up over 5,300 points. It's now in the process, as I said it should, of cooling off. You've got ARK is up 30% or thereabouts from its low on Monday. It was down around 32.5. It's now scratching 41. So the obvious question of the day, and I've addressed some of this on Twitter, why did I get out of Shopify and DraftKings today? Oh, before they went up another 3 or 4%. Manage risk. Before that favorable CPI number came out, the market was in big fucking trouble. DraftKings was at 11 after weak guidance, and Shopify was all the way down to 30. So we watched, as I pointed out, Shopify dropped from 36 and DraftKings from 17.5, where I should have sold them both all the way down. We had a huge profit of about 60%, and suddenly it was gone. And then out of nowhere, we get a favorable CPI where it drops only 0.2. We've got a US dollar that's in free fall. I'll explain more about that in a second. And you've got crypto that may or may not have set a bottom the other day. And for whatever reason, in large part because the bond market's closed today, so interest rates are not moving. We are melting up way beyond what we should over a 3-day period. Pull the trigger. Make it take it. We were down to nothing, and then suddenly God gave us a 55% profit. I sold half, it went up some more, and I sold the rest of it. And yeah, Shopify is what now? Coming down. Wow, coming way down. It got, I think, as high as close to 41, but now it's 40.12. We're out at 38.65. So yeah, you might have been able to get another 3 or 4 or 5% if you timed it perfectly. But I'm also the guy that's got you up 4x. That's 1,400 fucking percent since March on over 80 trades now. There's not even 10 guys or gals in the entire world that's up that amount. You might have someone that got lucky in an options or a futures contract. That's fine. But show me someone that's got 80 trades racked up on the board over the last almost 10 months and they're still up 14x in this fucking market. It doesn't happen anywhere else. And by the way, is it ever going to happen again? No. This is a freak show. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Are we ever going to be up half this amount? 600-700%? Probably not in a given short period of time. This is unbelievable. This does not happen. Some of you are getting used to the fact that you get into something, maybe it goes down a little, and then it goes up 30%, and you're out. You've had over 65 winners in the last 9 months. This does not happen in the, quote, real world. But what I hope it does clarify is that after 30 years of trading this market, half of it on Wall Street as a broker, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So whether this market wants to go up, down, or sideways, like Stanley Druckenmiller and Ray Dalio, who just quit the business, both of whom said we're going sideways like the 1970s for the next 10 years, it's not going to matter. In fact, a sideways market for us will be an absolute gold mine. Because people are going to be looking for the next breakout. Where's the next train to leave the station? We don't have much risk to the downside because the avalanche of nonstop selling is gone. So there'll be trillions of dollars out there looking for beta, looking for juice, looking for the next move. And I have a system where I'm able to identify breakouts, but in particular, the first major pullback of a breakout. You'll notice I like to buy a stock after it goes up through and then that first pullback. Establish a bottom or a base on a solid breakout, and when it starts to come down, even if it's at or near an all-time low, I start getting in. Because generally, you get a big move up, you come down, there's the Fibonacci levels, and then you go back up. Sometimes you take out the previous high, sometimes you don't. But I know what the hell I'm doing, so if you want me texting you in real time, you're going to have to be a premium member. And no, I will not put up with any bullshit 2216 on Hellbiz. They report on Monday. It's scooping off a majorly oversold. In fact, right now, let's pull this up. Yeah, I'm all over the place. If you're not interested, unfollow, go somewhere else. If I'm only talking to 1,000 people that really get it, that's going to be awesome. You'll join the site. We'll be premium member friends. We'll meet each other for a drink. We'll cruise out of Miami. We're going to roll dice in Vegas. You're going to be able to listen to me on a podcast where I won't sound quite as erratic because I'll have to settle the fuck down. But until I get that microphone in front of me, I'm going to be all over the place. The stochastics right now on HellBiz, even though it's up 37% in 3 days, 6. 20's oversold. It's way the fuck oversold, even after the move to 22 cents and change. It is perfectly set up that if they come out with decent numbers, and the last quarter was very good, now they've got a merger with a company called Wheels, and they've said, we're going to double revenue again year over year. And I told the CEO, if you're following me, Salvatore, I believe is Italian, on Twitter at Try Small Biz, announce a buyback. Make it crystal clear what the valuation should be. And say you're going to buy $3-5 million, what I suggested, up to a certain level because your stock is insanely undervalued. And by the way, this used to be a $10 SPAC that went to 25 and change a year ago. In September, it was over $25 a share last year. So in a year and a couple of months, it's come all the way down to 16.5 cents, where I told you to buy some the other day. My average, along with many of you, is in the low 20s. For the second time, we made 43%, selling it at 42. But this thing is down 99.3%. Do you realize that? It's down 99.3%, yet in the same time frame, revenues, especially when you consider the merger with Wheels, have more than tripled. So it didn't fucking belong at 10 or even especially 25. But at 22 cents, having tripled revenue and merged with a company that's going to double year over year? Are you shitting me? That's the kind of opportunities that I have proven I know how to find. And again, in case you didn't hear me, if you're not a premium member, you're not getting any free stock picks from me from this point forward. I'm not dealing with this freeloading bullshit anymore. It drives me nuts. I spend 16 hours a day if I'm not looking at charts. I'm upgrading the website. I'm promoting people. We're about to launch a podcast. I walked away from 6 figures in my other business. I'm sucking wind at the moment because when you do the math and you're spending $100 a day on Facebook, there ain't much left over. But I've got my lifestyle lean and mean so I can survive. And when you make the kind of money that we do in the market, I'm going to be just fine. But if you that are watching, you fucking freeloaders, if you want the stock picks, you're going to have to be a premium member. But here's the deal in closing. If you don't fill out your profile, you didn't do the about me, you don't load products, you don't put your logo, it's invisible to the public. So you can be a premium member, pay by the month, cancel anytime, or by the year. And no one's going to see you if you just add your name, your email address, and of course your phone number. If you got a small business or a side hustle like 100 million Americans do, fill it out. You can wait to fill it out. You can get a premium membership now because I am not going to be texting thousands of people stock picks. You can get a premium membership now and you can just hang out. And then decide to launch the rest of your profile and become visible so I can promote you in the first quarter of next year. So ladies and gentlemen, it's all about managing risk. We had a 55% profit. Now most of you, like myself, should have about 28% cash. So if another wagon comes along, we can hitch our wagon. There's always another train leaving the station, no matter what the market's going to do. As it is, and I'll leave you with this as a final thought now that I remember it. And by the way, microloan, if you need one, tune in on Monday. If you remember the movie Wall Street, Gordon Gekko, played by Michael Douglas, Bud Fox, played by Charlie Sheen. I believe it was 1987, 1988. One of the greatest of all time. But he's upstairs. Follow me. This is important. You should actually go to YouTube and watch this clip. He's upstairs. And he's arguing with Sir Larry, this wealthy guy that ends up aligning with Bud Fox, and they take down Gekko towards the end of the movie. But they're upstairs in his den. And they're arguing back and forth. And Gordon's got a drink, a whiskey on a big rock, I believe. And Sir Larry insults him. And Gekko gets pissed. A bit of acting, but he gets pissed and he goes, well, since you brought my mother into it, $71.50. Higher than what Sir Larry offered. Sir Larry looks at him. Done. My lawyers will send over the papers in the morning. Good night. He walks down the stairs. And he's standing there next to Charlie Sheen, Bud Fox, who's like in awe of his hero. And he's swirling his drink and he says, you know, I had to sell. Quote, the key to the game is capital reserves, cash like we have now. If you don't have enough, you can't piss in the tall weeds with the big boys. So ladies, I don't know what the analogy is for you, but if we don't have cash, if we don't manage risk, if we don't have an opportunity to hitch our wagon to the next train that's leaving the station, we ain't got nothing, do we? So on behalf of Gordon Gekko, Bud Fox, and yours truly, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, please have a very happy and healthy weekend, by the way. Happy Veterans Day to our veterans. We love and appreciate you in more ways that you'll ever know. And always remember to the rest of you that I love you. And thank you so much for watching.